The death of Sylvester Oromoni, a GS2 student of Dowen College in Lekki, Lagos State, Nigeria, under controversial circumstances, has understandably sparked outrage, with both parents and other concerned citizens expressing anger. My last episode focused on these and how different groups can come together to stop bullying from taking place in our schools. Now, there are recent developments to the case, and it's a new cause of concern to me and other citizens. The Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Hakeem Odumosu, has, however, come out to say that the late Sylvester's death was not as a result of bullying, nor was he forced to join a cult as widely alleged based on evidence. Because of this evidence, they have gone out to exonerate the housemaster and other students arrested in connection to the alleged murder. The Lagos State Commissioner says that further toxicology tests still needs to be carried out, but at this point, the result contradicts the allegation that he took harmful substance and was assaulted before his death. There's been several reactions to this report, with the National Association of Nigerian Students coming against it, as well as the National Association of Social Workers, all reacting to this and all trying to put an end to this. No matter what we look, there has been a death of a child, and as such, what we need to be focused on is how to stop such bullying from occurring in our schools and how to protect our children. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Speak Up, a program that is brought to you by Fat Corner that addresses social and psychological issues that are affecting young people in Africa. I am Kimi Ebisine Ogune, and I'm your host. And in today's episode, I want to give some more tips to schools and to parents on how to protect children from bullying at school. Like I said, no matter how we look at this case, a child has been lost. And so the effort should be on stopping this from happening to another child out there. Let us put so much. Let us start by addressing what bullying is. Bullying is any behavior that is intended to hurt, is repeated, and where it is hard for the person or people on the receiving end to defend themselves. Children are most often bullied by other children, and they can also be bullied by adults. Anyone who went through secondary school in Nigeria, especially in the boarding schools, we know that bullying often occurs there, where we find the bigger boys and girls are often bullying the juniors. It comes in different forms. In the form of depriving the junior ones of their own provision. It comes in the form of extortion. It comes in psychological torture, such as name calling. It comes in physical beating. Hurtful behavior takes many forms, but children tells us that most frequent form of bullying is in the form of name calling. This can both be physical and emotional, and can also take place face-to-face and online. Interestingly, children tell us that the face-to-face bullying is the hardest to swallow. Children that bully very often target any form of perceived difference in others, and they use that as their tool when they want to bully. Sadly, this means that disabled children with special needs are often bullied more. Any form of disfigurement, children even from poor background, children who are bereaved, children with allergies, children who are quiet, the easygoing ones, they are often the target of bullies. It can happen anywhere and at any time. What matters is that parents and school needs to take action to prevent bullying and always act swiftly to stop it from happening. What are the signs that a child is being bullied? Signs could include a change in the child's behavior, and this is what I want to hit on. I want parents, I want teachers, I want us to spot this quickly before it escalates, because If this was spotted earlier on of any form in Sylvester's case, this case would not be what we're talking about now. There have been other cases where the parents spot them early and they have acted and the child has been withdrawn and the case is still ongoing and people are still fighting for that because it was spotted early. If it's not spotted early, then the end result can be harsh. Just see the signs in a child behavior. The child becomes, a loud child becomes quieter. He becomes scared to go to school or take part in several unusual activities. Unexplained illnesses like stomach upset, headache, disturbed sleep, bedwetting, injuries, lost or stolen belongings. These are the signs. What we need to do is listen and watch. Make it clear to children that they can tell you anything and that you work together to stop a bad situation. I say this and I will keep saying it. Make your children comfortable enough to talk to you as a parent, as a teacher. Make it comfortable that pupils could come to you. Growing up, we had teachers who we could not approach, and then we had the teachers who were our favorites, who we could tell everything. If you want to teach, make it possible that the child could come to you because you would listen and you would watch. Create space through one-to-one time. Really listen. Watch their body language. Be mindful of classroom and peer group dynamics. And if they don't open up, create opportunities until they are ready to open up. Sometimes we ask them once and when there's no response, we just let it go. No, keep creating that opportunity. Keep asking, keep making the circumstance conducive enough until they'll be ready to open up. If we spot it early, we would be able to prevent it from happening. Another thing we can do is ask other people. It can be helpful to ask parents and guidance, siblings and other children, whether they are picking up on anything. As a parent, you might not pick up on these things, but their siblings can pick up on them. Their friends can pick up on them. Ask them. Keep asking people. This has to be managed carefully so it doesn't expose the child or your concerns. Ask teachers and staff. See if they are noticing changes in the children. We need to be involved in our children. It's not just sending them off to school and leaving it. Just find out how they are faring on a daily basis. What do I do if I find a bullying situation going on? Reassure the child. Let the child know that it is not their fault, and together you will sort it out. We said that in our last episode. Record. I said it. Make a note of what has happened, where, with who, and for how long. Then ask them or their parents to keep a diary of events. If proper recording of this thing is, then the pattern is easy to spot. And also, these records can serve as a backing that we can use if cases like this occur. With no records, so many things will be lost and the guilty can go unpunished. Another thing you could do is ask the child what they need from you. Ask them how it is making them feel and any practical steps that you can take to help them stop the bullying. It is important that the child feels in control of the situation. They may be very fearful of the impact of telling you. So work out the best actions together. Another thing is act quickly. Your focus should be on making sure that the bullying stops. Follow up with all children involved. Explore what takes place and actions needed to stop it from happening again. Every party involved, because even those that are being bullied, everyone has a side to the story. Act quickly and explore every angle so that the help can be rendered in time. The other child or children may deny what takes place, may share it as it is being in retaliation, and will very often have an alternative story. The important message is that you will not tolerate bullying of any kind, that someone has been hurt and that something needs to change. Agree with all children what the next steps needs to be and when you need to check in. Record the incident and your actions. I said earlier on, record keeping is always good. Make sure that the child is safe. If you've been harmed in any way or at risk of harm, do not send them into situations where they are not safe. I'll take that again. If they have been harmed in any way or they are at risk of being harmed, do not send them into situations where they are not safe. You know that place or that test or that parent is going to be harmful to the child because of past incidents, but you still send them there as a parent or as a teacher. You're not doing them well. Their safety comes first. The school has a legal duty to keep them safe, and as a school, you need to act now. Give further support. When other strategies that you put in place to allow children to allow children get help, give further support. Are there teachers or other adults in the school or particular people that can make themselves available to support and mentor the target of bullying? If you have concerns about the impact of the child's physical and mental health, then follow up with appropriate services. And this is where we talk about social services coming into the place, social workers coming into the situation. Let further support be given. You may also want to refer the parents to take the child to counseling. Does this child or children display bullying behavior need a longer term intervention? These are the things that we need to look at and help them. Learn from each incident. We say that consider actions you need to take as a school to stop this from happening again. For example, if bullying keeps happening in the same place, you may need to increase the level of supervision around that area. That is learning from a previous incident. If the behavior is repeatedly targeted at a certain demographic of the pupil population, then you need to work on wider cultural inclusion around the school. If much of the behavior is online or at the weekend or weeknights, you may need to work with the whole school, including parents, to stop that from happening. Parents and teachers must work together. The more teachers work proactively with parents and guidance to be clear on actions to take to prevent and respond to bullying, the less likely it is going to happen. This includes working together to agree on the next step and all. Most times, the parents think they are against the teachers. The teachers think they are against the parents, and so they don't want to work together. No. To be able to move and groom our children, both parents and teachers must work together. You're not against each other. You're all towards the same goal. As a parent, your goal is your child is given the best education as well as training. As a teacher, your goal is that you're giving the best training and education to your teacher, to your pupils. The goal is the same. So you are not on loggerheads with each other, but you are working together, and you must work together, especially when it comes to bullying and in every other way. Make sure that the child is safe. What about children that bully other children? Children bully for many reasons. Sometimes it is because they want to be popular and well liked and want to hold that position for a long time. Or it could be the opposite. They feel that they are feeling hot and insecure, and they take it out on others. Sometimes children who are being bullied then bully others. We are all capable of bullying. That's the truth. Help the child to see that the hurt they have caused and that it needs to stop. Help the child to see that they do not need to continue in that circle of hurting others because they've been hurt. They don't need to hurt others to be popular. They can be popular and they can attain that position by being good to others. Lead by examples. Talk to them about why they are doing it and explore what may be driving the behavior. If we can explore what may be driving the behavior, we would be able to stop bullying from taking place as it is. Be alert to any potential safeguarding issue. E.g., the child is experiencing violence in the home or violence from peers. Teach them positive ways they can make friends and keep friends without hurting other people. Encourage them to turn it around. by now being the person that sticks up for others who are sad or lonely. They can use their power for good. Because they are being bullied doesn't mean they need to bully others. They can be the ones helping others by turning around their experience for good. Thank you so much for listening. For more episodes of Speak Up and to know more about Fat Corner, please subscribe to Fat Corner on Facebook and YouTube. Visit our website at www.fatcorner.org. You can also drop your comment in the comment section of this broadcast or send an email to info@fatcorner.com. Thank you. Until next time, speak up.